Time now for Weather Watch, brought to you by Ag Risk Advisors and WSR Insurance.
It's time for another Weather Watch. Matt Makens here. We're still in San Diego as we were with the last Weather Watch, and some of the important discussions impacting the industry are happening basically just over my shoulder. And myself and Randy Block are here on behalf of CattleFax. Clearly he has some of the market outlooks, but it's closely tied into weather. And that's why I'm attending this summer business meeting, is because this discussion of going from such a prominent, powerful La Nina pattern into an El Nino pattern has us all thinking about, okay, what about the corn crop this year, harvest? What about, should I plant wheat this winter? Or are we going to do better in that regard? So let's break this down. And I know a lot of you like the historic perspective. So let's start there. Let's start with this timeline. On the left is the early 80s. On the right is today. If you see the red periods, that's El Nino. Blue periods represent La Nina. So on the far right, you see that little sliver of red. That's as we've left La Nina and moving into this new El Nino. As basically as we can discuss, here are some of those reasonable, similar years that you should be keeping on your radar. Some of the stronger events that have happened over the past few decades had been the early 80s, 82 and 83. That was a stronger event than what we are likely headed toward. 97, 98, 15, 16 were very strong events and likely stronger than the one we are headed into. Perhaps some years that may be reminiscent to you that will be most similar are 87, 91, 92, 02 and 03, or 9 and 10. Those were more moderate to leaning strong El Ninos, and that appears to be, as of data today, where we are headed for the incoming cold season. So let's chat about what this winter may mean. Well, during harvest, as we go close to harvest and through harvest, there will be some areas of precip to consider. But really, El Nino's biggest impact is during the cold months. So let's break it down from November through next April. And you're starting off looking at the precip. And with precip, we are looking at doing so by spreading out higher than normal rainfall totals, snowfall totals from California through Texas to the southeast. And then another area into the Central Plains. Driest areas of all, Pacific Northwest, Northern Rockies, Northern Plains. Temperatures are critical when it comes to the strength of El Nino. Right now it looks like the northern states will be hot, the southern states will be colder than average. But I just mentioned that the strength of El Nino is critical for those temperatures. A slightly weaker El Nino, and you know what happens? We totally reverse those temperatures and the southern U.S. stays hot. In future weather watches, we're going to do just that. Watch this El Nino as it progresses and give you the latest conditions, those monthly forecasts, and just the overall sense of what's happening. Again, that's on the next Weather Watch.
Weather Watch is brought to you by Ag Risk Advisors, with you no matter the weather. And by WSR Insurance, providing insurance solutions for more than a century. Visit their websites for more details.